Hey everyone, today we're taking a journey back in time to revisit some legendary games from the late 90s and early 2000s. These aren't just games, they're experiences that shaped an era, built communities, and left memories that last a lifetime. Let's celebrate the classics that are still loved and played today. Here we go. And we begin with HalfLife. This game didn't just revolutionize first-person shooters, it redefined storytelling in gaming. When we stepped into Gordon Freeman's shoes, we weren't just playing, we were surviving a catastrophe, exploring the unknown, and fighting to escape a research facility that felt hauntingly alive. Even now, after all these years, its influence is seen in modern games, and the modding community keeps the legacy alive with projects like Black Mesa. There's something timeless about diving back into Black Mesa. It's like opening a time capsule to gaming's golden age. CounterStrike 1.6 wasn't just a game, it was a rite of passage. It taught us patience, teamwork, and the thrill of a perfectly timed headshot. You weren't just playing against opponents, you were testing your mettle round after round. Despite newer versions, there's a certain magic in 1.6 that still draws players back. It's not about fancy graphics or new mechanics. It's about the pure rush of defusing that bomb or clutching the last round. It's the definition of classic. WarcraftIII wasn't just a strategy game, it was a world of heroes, epic battles, and custom maps that would inspire entire genres. The way we cheered for Arthas as he fell from grace, or how we gathered friends to defend the Tree of Life, it felt bigger than a game. And then, there was the birth of Defense of the Ancients. The foundations laid here gave rise to modern-day MOBAs. It's a reminder that sometimes a game isn't just something you play, it's a story that continues to grow.
More gold is required. Fight with great vengeance!
I am not afraid.
Research.
Defending your name.
Research complete. More gold is required.
The Sims was more than just controlling digital people. It was about living out stories. We built our dream houses, watched our Sims fall in love, and sometimes accidentally or not set the kitchen on fire. The laughter, the memories, and the unmistakable Simlish language became a cultural phenomenon. Even today, returning to the original Sims brings back the simplicity and joy of creating worlds and stories in a way only that game could deliver. For those who lived through the dawn of MMOs, EverQuest wasn't just a game, it was a lifestyle. It was staying up all night to complete a raid or meeting people who would become lifelong friends in a vast, magical world. Even now, expansions continue to come, as if the world of Norath refuses to fade away. It's a testament to the spirit of adventure that EverQuest ignited in so many player and adventure that continue to echo in the hearts of its community. Baldur's Gate II wasn't just an RPG, it was a masterpiece. The characters we met and the choices we made felt personal. It wasn't about leveling up, it was about the stories that unfolded, the bonds that were formed, and the challenges that tested our wits and courage. For many, it was the closest thing to stepping into a real Dungeons & Dragons adventure. Even today, playing Baldur's Gate 2 feels like reconnecting with an old friend who never disappoints.
What do you want? Gotcha. Name.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is a game that invites you to step into a world of fantasy where strategy meets wonder. There's a magic in the game's landscapes, in every creature you recruit, and every castle you conquer. It's the kind of game where time seems to stand still as you play just one more turn, only to realize hours have flown by. The game endures because it taps into that timeless joy of strategic triumph and fantastical discovery. Building theme parks in RollerCoasterTycoon wasn't just about creating rides, it was about making joy come to life. Watching visitors scream in delight, or sometimes in terror, was its own reward. It's a game where we unleashed our creativity, whether designing the wildest coaster or crafting the perfect park layout. Even now, players come back to revisit that sense of wonder and nostalgia, reminding us why we fell in love with simulation games in the first place. UnrealTournament didn't just deliver action, it delivered intensity. It wasn't just about scoring the most frags, it was about outsmarting your opponents and mastering the map. Each match was a rush of adrenaline and a test of reflexes. While it may seem like a relic of the past, those who return to UnrealTournament do so to recapture that raw, unfiltered chaos that modern shooters sometimes lack. And finally, we come to System Shock 2, a game that didn't just scare us, it made us think. The abandoned corridors, the whispers in the dark, the feeling of being truly alone. It was a psychological horror experience that got under our skin. It wasn't just a game, it was a challenge, a puzzle, a journey into the depths of isolation and survival. The fact that it's still talked about today shows the impact it had and still has on those brave enough to face its challenges. And that's it for our list. These aren't just old games. They're experiences that shaped us, stories that we lived, and worlds that we still long to revisit. Which of these classics holds a special place in your heart? Let us know in the comments. If this video brought back memories, give it a like and subscribe for more nostalgic gaming content.